I am not gambling in gold and silver. I've started gold mines and I've started silver mines. But let me explain this. The reason I'm in Bitcoin is because it's the most established. It already has a network. It's got a head start on everybody. So this guy is now, he won't touch Bitcoin because he's chasing the next hot thing. Now, he's too young to remember pets.com and Amazon. Okay, do you remember Amazon was a struggling little company. They had no profits. And Bitcoin and pets.com had the sock puppet. Everybody was jumping up and down because the sock puppet was on Super Bowl and all this stuff. So all of these yo-yos chasing the sock puppet, and Amazon was the biggest thing going, but it wasn't turning a profit because they were reinvesting. They were doing, I don't especially care for Amazon, but they're doing the right thing. So they struggled. They kept reinvesting. I've met Jeff Bezos, because when Rich Dad, Poor Dad made the list, he invited me to their openings. He's a good guy. I just don't like the politics, if you know what I mean. Don't censor me. How dare you censor me? But other than that, that's the only bitch I have. So Amazon was the better buy, but everybody bought pets.com. And that's what's happening to, what else is going on? There's NFTs or something?
Oh, the non-fungible trades or tokens. Sorry. Yeah. But those are all just driven by hype and speculation. Yeah.
Yeah. And so gold goes down and all you Bitcoin yodelers out there, or hodlers,
it's the FOMO, fear of missing out. Everybody wants to get in because they don't want to be left out.
But all these young guys got their heads up their asses. That's the problem. They're not old like me, and they don't have all the scars on their back to see the stupidity. They don't even know what the sock puppet was.
You know what I think is funny is that so a lot of people accuse you, oh, you're old school because you're a gold guy. But there's a generation now, these 22-year-olds, who thinks Bitcoin's old school.
Yeah.
Isn't that how fast that technology moved, that mindset? Yeah.
And that's what happens, no basic financial education. Whether you're old or young, if you're stupid, you're stupid. I mean, just don't worry about it. The market will take care of you. And the difference is that in my generation, it was real estate. So I took real estate courses. I've never lost money in real estate. I've made fortunes in it. Do you know? I'm an insider because I do I don't touch REITs, REITs, real estate investment. I don't trust paper. I handle my own. I've started my own gold mine in China. Unfortunately, the Chinese took it. That was a lesson. And I started my own silver mine in Argentina. So I understand mining. So all of these guys, my friends who are in crypto, now tell me they expect about 15,000 new ICOs. So this, basically all it takes is a brain and some electricity and a computer, and you can create your own crypto. So could Bitcoin be toast also? Possibly. So when I told this guy I bought Bitcoin when it dropped from 65 to 50, he says it's going to go to $5. I said, it might. The difference is I can afford to lose that money. But that's called, I'm speculating. So this is, in my world as a professional investor, I'm in the acquisition phase. I'm taking a position. I've taken a position in Bitcoin and Ethereum. Every time it looks like it's getting a little cheaper, I'll buy it. I'll buy it. I'll buy it. So I saw Bitcoin at 20,000, I think it was, and it dropped to 7, and I waited, and when it came to 9, I bought. So today, let's say it's 50. I'm still in the money. And if it goes to 40, I'm going to buy more. Now, could I be wrong? Absolutely. Could some hodler coin take off? Yeah. Could there be another pets.com of crypto? Absolutely. But the difference is I'm in the acquisition. I've taken a position. I took a position in silver and gold. I have millions, not in this country. But I don't have any paper. I don't have any ETFs. I only take the real stuff. Because as I said, the Perth Mint can't deliver on silver. If a mint can't deliver on silver, who do you trust? And so with all of these young kids coming up going to invent the next Bitcoin, I don't doubt they will. I don't doubt one of those 10,000 new crypto may blow Bitcoin and Ethereum out of the water. And if that happens, I'll make my switch. But until then, I'm like I was with gold and silver. I'm in acquisition. I've taken a position. When I sell, it's called distribution. So as a professional, not a speculator, and I don't flip houses because I think that's really stupid, because it's such high risk to flip a house. But today, everybody's flipping houses because the price of real estate is going through the roof. I was talking to the guy who cuts my hair. He says, I finally bought a house. I offered $100,000 over the price. I'm going, holy moly. It's a mania. There's booms, bust, and mania. Real estate is in a mania because of this. Because interest rates are so low, so not only are stocks going up, real estate's going up. And everybody's jumping in. When this happens, the idiots jump in. And that's what's happening right now. So Bitcoin is the same way. So when it took a dip, I bought more. Can it go lower? Yes, I'll buy more. But there's one big difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum and real estate. Bitcoin and Ethereum are liquid. Means I can get out. If I realize that there's a new NFC, what do they call them, or a new guy's going to take out Bitcoin, I can get out. But with real estate, the trouble with real estate, if it goes down, you're the skipper of the Titanic. You're going to ride that baby all the way down. So real estate is not liquid. At least stocks are liquid. But that poor bus driver dropped from liquid stocks into liquid bonds. He's got no place to go. So when I talked to him about possibly gold, silver, or crypto, no! He's an old guy, He's an old guy. So they're all related. So in this world of money, they're all related. It's like we're all related somehow on this whole planet. And so that's the world of money today. So that's real financial education. If you realize you cannot make a prediction, especially today, because nobody knows what's going to happen until it happens. The question is, are you prepared for when it happens? So I love Bitcoin because if I realize there's a hot new coin coming along, I can get out. But in real estate, I'm stuck in it. So those are some of the differences between investors, acquisition, taking a position, and distribution. I can distribute my Bitcoin and gold and silver quickly. I cannot distribute my real estate that quickly or my businesses. So those are some of the differences, and that's real financial education. So I thank you all for listening to my rant on this. But the reason I didn't buy the new hot coin is because I'd rather stick with the old coin called Bitcoin and Ethereum, because I'm an old guy and I like the fact that it's such a good, solid, more and more people are coming into Bitcoin. So could it be in a bubble? Yes. Can it go lower? Yes. But I don't chase the hot new thing. So thank you for listening to this edition of Rich Dad Radio. Any comments, Sarah, before we go?
So I appreciate you doing this episode because I think people like to hear directly from you. And this lesson was so simple and so clear. So I do encourage people to listen to it more than once because they'll pick up something new every time. But I think that your assessment of these new guys coming in with their cryptos is spot on, because it's true. It's the same thing that happened in the .com bubble. Yeah. All these guys, we got to invest in this, and this, and look who's left standing. Yeah. And people fail to remember, Apple, it's a FANG style, right? Facebook, Apple, Netflix, Google. Apple was toasted. It went down to like $18 a share because this corporate guy named Scully came over and they kicked Jobs out of Apple. And I didn't buy Apple at 18 just because I don't trust paper. Mm-hmm. Now, I'd be a lot richer had I bought Apple, but the reason I like real estate is I don't use my own money, I use debt. Right. So when the real estate market crashed in 2008, Ken McElroy and myself, we borrowed $300 million to buy real estate. You can't borrow $300 million to buy Bitcoin. Can I ask you a question before we go? Maybe this is our next episode. Is, Biden just came out and they are talking about him raising his rates to 46%. Well, I saw a TikTok video where this guy's like, he can raise it to 100%, but because I'm in it for the cash flow, I don't invest for capital gains.
Right.
And really, that's what you and Kim do. You know, you use the debt, and then you get a tax break for using debt. I mean, we've talked. So really, that tax increase on capital gains doesn't affect you guys.
Capital gains affects you when you sell, and we never sell. In all my years of buying gold and silver, my mother spent my silver, unfortunately, when I was at school, which is why I was saying that's why she was poor. She didn't know real money from fake money. She didn't know real silver from fake silver. You know, that was Gresham's law. Fake money drives out good money. And when 1964, they turned real silver into fake silver. And I started collecting in 1964 when I was 17. And I went away to school in New York, and my mother spent it. That was one of the biggest wake-up calls in my life, is that the reason between rich people and poor people is they don't know real money from fake money. My mom and dad didn't. Good people, but they don't know that. So they spent it. And so today, I have millions and millions and millions in gold and silver, and I also use debt. I don't use money. And guys like Dave Ramsey say live debt-free. And for 99% of the people, that's good advice. But if you're going to be really rich, you have to learn how to use debt as money. But to do that, you got to be a lot smarter than some hodler, chasing Ethereum and all the other stuff. Okay? So that's what real financial education. I don't have an answer. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. Could my Bitcoin go to zero? Yes. But gold and silver have been here since the earth was formed. It's been gold, it's been money for about 12,000 years. Bitcoin has been money for 10. Now, does that mean I don't buy Bitcoin? No, I still will buy it, but I'll buy it because it's liquid. I can get out of it if I made a mistake.